There are some people, and it's called an impulse buy, you know, when you just see something you buy, you've not heard of the company, but you buy anyway. So it's not that it's saying never happens, but we have to understand that that isn't the norm. And customers are a lot more savvy these days, and they're a lot more wary. We've got internet scams, we've got, you know, dishonest people online. There's a lot of reasons why people wouldn't just take out their credit card and buy. And of course they're scared that they may not like your product or it's not right for them. So there's lots of fears, lots of concerns, and it's important to understand that you've got to get through all of those in order to get the sale. You're not just going to get the sale immediately someone comes to your website the first time. So at the moment, the belief is that it can take between 3 to 12 touch points or interactions before people will buy from you. And sometimes it's been recorded, it can be even more than that. And the buying cycle as well can vary. So people might go through those touch points in a matter of days. So they might come back to the website, research you. So people say to me, like clients, you know, startup founders, like especially in the States, oh, I cyber stalked you, Kay. You know, I just Googled you and I just read and looked at everything about you, and then I was satisfied, and then I approached you. So again, you don't see all that happening, but people go through a process of feeling comfortable before they buy. If you think about how you buy, you might ask people and do all different things before you decide. So it's the same for everyone else. So it's important to understand that that's happening. You don't see it, but that's happening. So people are going to be looking for recommendations, testimonials. They're going to be Googling your company or you. They're going to be looking at your social media. They might go to different, you know, if you've got different accounts, they might go to different accounts. They might check out your blogs if you've got a podcast. They might ask their mates. They might look for case studies. All this sort of evidence they're trying to gather to be in a position where they feel comfortable to trust you, that they can take the next step with you. And then on top of all that, they've got their daily life to live as well. So they get distracted from taking action because there are other things that they're thinking about as well. We think because it's our business, we think about that as the centre. But of course, people have got 1,001 things going on in their personal and professional lives as well, which distract them from buying. So that's another reason why people often don't buy right away as well, because life takes over. So if you think about that, you sort of processes for your last purchases and how you kind of come to a decision, and kind of think about your customers in the same way. So it's really important, as I say, to understand that goes on. And as I say, some people it will be very quick. They might go through that process, and some people it takes a long time. Because again, everyone's different. So some people trust more easily what they're told or the information they're presented, and some people are very wary or very suspicious naturally, and they will need to see a lot from you before they would actually take the next step. So good marketing understands that that's all that's happening, and then you're actually supporting the customer by having enough stuff in the world that if I decided, okay, Louise, okay, Temi, okay, Mary, you know, I'm going to go out there and I want to like cyber stalk you and your company to see whether I want to buy from you. Can they find that enough information about you to satisfy themselves? So that's another thing that your marketing should do, is that when people Google your company or what you do, they can get enough information to satisfy themselves. Because actually these days, if you're not Googleable, it can be quite bad, because people want some evidence, and if there's no evidence, they might say, oh well, you know, maybe it's a scam, I'm not buying it, or you know, I can't get hold of any information, so I don't feel comfortable enough to go ahead. So bear that in mind, because what we're trying to do is get the customer to know you, to like you, to trust you. So to do that, we need to have some kind of presence that people can check out. And often, as I say, if there's not any information, they just won't make a decision, because they'll kind of get stuck in a place where they want it maybe, or they're curious, but they're not sure, and there's not enough information, so they just won't do anything.